Hello. What is going on, people? We are here. We are back with another live stream. I mean, I gotta say, right now, we are pretty much quite active with the live streams, aren't we? But I have gone through the good old AI, ChatGPT and whatnot, and I found some very interesting information regarding this whole annulment situation, okay? And some of the questions that I did ask, I felt like it gave me answers, and I was like, whoa, hold on a minute. Maybe this is why Angela has gone for annulment. My apologies. Has gone for an annulment rather than a divorce. You know what I'm saying? And also on top of that, I've also had other information sent to me via social media. Well, a little bit of information sent me via social media, which I will also be addressing as well. But before we do that, let's just get into the chat, and let's give a shout out to every single person that is here. Now, I see some people were here nice and early. I love to see people be here before I'm here personally. It tells me that you love me. We got Lady Blue, Melanie, Natalie, Roberta, Miss Jackson, Black Royals. Let's have a look here. Natalie, I said already. We got Kelly, we got Anaya, I hope I say your name right, Mary, Gary, Bethany, Susan, Callie, Kaylin, Adrienne, Pick Me, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, definitely got people active. Just me, Lauren Lynn, Sassy Cat, you know what I mean? Look at that. I love it. People are being active, you know what I'm saying? Now shout out to the people who are the silent viewers. I know some people put the video on and then obviously walk away and they listen in the background, which is absolutely awesome. But please make sure you also hit that like button. Something that I don't say enough of when I'm live. But hey, let's get the live on the way. What's going on, Desiree? Welcome to the stream as well. Okay, so let's go through some of, oh yes, like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for reminding me, Laura. So let's go through some of the things that I've asked and the answers that I was given, okay? Because I find this interesting, but I'm actually going to relay the information that I've just got sent to me on social media real quick before we proceed. So somebody did reach out to me literally like 10 minutes ago, if not 15, and said to me, question about the whole Angela and Michael thing. Do we know if he accused her of abuse? Because that would automatically get him his green card. Okay, so if he did accuse her of abuse, that means he could technically get the green card according to this information. Okay, and this is a matter of where it's a question of if Angela is trying to get ahead of this, you know, obviously regarding Michael himself in particular. But here's the thing though, is Michael smart enough to go out there and, you know, accuse her of abuse? I'm going to say no. You know what I mean? Because really and truly, if he did do that, who knows? He probably could, because mental health is definitely a tool that is used quite a bit nowadays to get people, you know, in certain situations. You know what I mean? But either way, though, I don't believe that is the case right now, because if that was the case, then I don't think we would be here. I think Angela is going for the annulment for a different reason. And that reason I'm going to go through it throughout this video, okay? I'll leave that one for the last bit. But as you can see already at the top here, the question that I asked was, can you get an annulment in Georgia despite being married abroad? And obviously, as you guys have probably already read this while I've been here talking, yes, you can seek annulment in Georgia even if you are married abroad, providing certain conditions are met. Georgia law permits annulment under specific circumstances, and the fact that the marriage took place outside the USA does not necessarily prevent you from seeking an annulment in Georgia. So this is something that will pretty much confirm that I guess this annulment is all pretty much going ahead. It is absolutely due itself in particular, okay? Now, of course, it does have the question about how residency requirement. One of the spouses must be a resident of Georgia at the time of the annulment petition is filed. Technically, this requires at least 6 months of residency in the state. Now, we know, of course, Angela's been there for way much longer than 6 months. So, of course, that's why she was able to do that. Okay, now, of course, this is something that I spoke about, I think, earlier today in another video. Grounds for annulment. Georgia allows annulments under certain conditions, such as fraud and misrepresentation, duress or coercion, lack of capacity, which in this one obviously says if one spouse was mentally incapacitated or underage at the time of the marriage and did not have parental consent, which of course isn't the case there. And then we got bigamy, and then we've also got incestuous marriage as well. So obviously these are some of the things here on terms of grounds of annulment. Obviously Angela's probably going for the fraud one because she's obviously saying that he's a scammer. That's the one that I reckon that she's probably going for anyway. And don't worry, I will get to the comments as well. Don't worry about that, okay? I'm going to cover the first question that I asked first, and then after that I'll get into the comments and then we'll proceed, okay? Now, as you can see, legal procedure if you meet the residency requirement and have valid grounds for annulment, you can file a petition for annulment in the appropriate Georgia court. The court will review the petition, and if satisfied the grounds for annulment are valid, may grant the annulment. In international marriages, if the marriage was conducted abroad, it may add complicity to the case, but it does not necessarily prevent annulment. You may need to provide documentation of the marriage and potentially involve experts in international law depending on the circumstances. If you believe you have any grounds for annulment and meet the residency requirements, consult with a family member attorney in Georgia advisable to guide you through the process. So this is the first question that I asked, and these obviously are all the points that we've gone through. Before I get into the next question that I asked, let's see what you folks have been saying here in the comment section. When I see your videos, I hit the like button before I even view. I love that. I love that. How are you doing, Kendra? Yes, Pygmy, he was the one that was abused, and that is something that I did ask. And we will get to that. She was trying to get ahead of him. He's supposed to go after her for domestic abuse. He would be granted the green card so quick, exactly. But obviously, Angela, I guess in this situation, has been quick. But at the same time, I don't know if Michael was ever going to do it personally. I think he's way too chilled and way too laid back, and a bit much of a donut, to be fair, to even think about doing this before her. But anyway, we continue. He has so much proof of her abuse. Is a national television. That is true. I can't spell or read. Obviously, okay, someone else. Okay, let's have a look here. Doesn't annulment have to go through the church? I didn't ask that question to me, but I don't think so, because obviously Angela's obviously been able to get it done, and obviously it doesn't say nothing about a church in this description, so I don't think that's the case. Let's have a look here. But originally he didn't go to the police. Yeah, but originally didn't he go? Yes, he did go to the police. That is a very good point. Very, very good point. It depends on what he says. He said that he went there because he was scared of his life, scared for his life, wasn't he? No, you know what? That's a very good point. That is a very good point. He went to the police, so therefore him getting a green card should have been done by now. So I do wonder what he said to them. So whatever he said to them must have not revolved around domestic violence or abuse. You know what I mean? It must have been something else. That is a very good freaking question, to be fair, Natalie. Damn, you're onto something. Can we swap chairs? I want to be in the chat and you can do this, because I did not think of that. That is a solid point. Maybe that's something that will be addressed at some point further down the line, but that is a solid point. He has actually confirmed that he doesn't have his green card. Has he actually confirmed it? He hasn't confirmed it, but I think it's quite clear that he doesn't, because I don't know. I'm going to tell you why. Okay. When I get to the question of why I believe Angela's going for the annulment, I think that may explain that he probably doesn't already have the green card. Yes. But then again, we'll get there when we get there. Well, if he keeps his green card, will he keep his green card if she wins it? I don't know. That's a good question. I'll have to ask that question, to be fair. Hold on a minute. Remind me about that question. I want to ask it to a little chat GBT a little bit later on, okay? I don't want to type in just yet. How you doing, Carol? Welcome to stream. I don't understand why he would want to stay in the US when Angela and her minions are never going to give him peace. Facts. Absolute facts. Hollywood Gossip reported Michael was getting small acting parts and producers are reaching out to him. Angela went and pretended to be another person and tried to get his contract cancelled. Really? Michael was getting small acting parts? Producers? Really? Michael? Like 90 Day Michael? Michael, like, hey guys, thank you for liking. Thank you. Wow, man, these producers must have seen his him trying to defend himself in the tell when he was like, just let me talk. They were like, we love that passion, we need that on our screens. That's crazy. I don't know if I believe that. I find it hard to believe. I'm gonna lie to you. I'm not saying it's a lie, but Michael being recruited to be on other shows, damn, man, Michael's far from entertaining. Let's just keep it a buck. Only religious moments. Okay, that's based on the church one. In this case, will the evidence against her in court be the same from the 90-day franchise? Is also a very good point. Let's have a look here. Michael extended his restraining order to include Angela can't contact anyone he's involved with, so she can't ruin any jobs he might get. Okay, that's good. Right, here, cool. What we're gonna do now is But actually, I didn't know that he had a restraining order, to be fair. I didn't realize that he had one against Angela. That's new to me. I'm not going to lie to you. But let's move on to the next question that I did ask. Can you get a pro bono a lawyer for an annulment? Okay, that's something that he'd ask. It does say here that yes, it is possible to obtain a pro bono lawyer for annulment case, though it may depend on several factors, including your financial situation, the complicity of your case, and the availability of legal services in your area. And here's how you can pursue this option. The reason why I asked this question, okay, is simply because this whole GoFundMe thing is still blowing my mind. You know what I mean? Listen, I'm never going to be hypocritical what I say, you know what I mean? Well, sometimes maybe I will be, you know what I'm saying? But I've always said that no one should feel like they have the power to set up a GoFundMe just because they've been on TV, you know what I mean? Because as far as I'm concerned, when you are a grown freaking adult, okay, it is your responsibility to find a way to put food on your freaking table, you know what I'm saying? Okay? I mean, listen, let's not forget that plenty of us have parents, grandparents, you know, who had to claw their way out of literally working job to job, you know, paycheck to paycheck, and had to survive on maybe being a single parent with a few kids, or even being two parents with, you know what I'm saying? But we had to find a way, you know what I'm saying? And for me personally, and there's no way I'm ever going to sit here and defend any grown-ass person from any TV show where, you know, who's out here looking for freebies because they messed up, because they didn't get all their ducks in order, because, you know, their plan has now got a little hurdle. You know what I'm saying? This is a hurdle that Michael's supposed to conquer by himself, not with the help of the public, but hey, it is what it is. Man's already on 10K from what I understand. Good on him. But either way though, I was curious because Michael is not the kind of person, in my opinion, that's going to think about a pro bono. He's not the kind of person who's going to think about, okay, can I do this without necessarily going for a GoFundMe? That's why I thought, you know what, let me investigate. Come on now. So of course, now I'm not going to go through necessarily all of the things here that involve the pro bono thing, purely because we know that Michael is not going to go for pro bono anyway. I was curious to find out, and also obviously I'm going to share the answer with you guys that yes, a pro bono is a possibility, you know, depending of course the circumstances of the situation itself in particular. But what I'll do is now I'll go back to the chat before I move on to the next question itself in particular. Right, let's have a look here. So I think that Angela would only be responsible for him financially if he tries to get government aid, like food stamps, etc. Okay, she's responsible for him for 10 years, but she can just not give him money, and the point he has to sue for support. We're gonna get to that. Don't worry about it. We're gonna get to that. Okay, you're right, Maddie. Michael is not much of an actor, exactly. Wow, another live. What a treat. Love it. Listen, great art. I'm doing what I can. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I heard he had a restraining order. Okay, fair enough. Well, Angela Nicole says he doesn't have a restraining order. But who really knows how Michael's personality is without the wicked witch around him? To be honest with you, I think without her around him, Michael is probably like this. Just chilling, minding my own business, you know, that's it. Just silent. That's it. That's what I think. I'm not a fan of the GoFundMe, but Michael has earned it. Angela never gave him money. Nah, I'm not hearing none of that. He didn't earn it. Come on now. This guy literally allowed himself to stay in a relationship with an abusive woman, right? For literally near enough 7 years, okay? Like, choosing to stay with somebody for that long, that's not earning it. That's not earning it, in my opinion, because it's not like he was living with Angela for 7 years and she had him trapped in the basement and he could never leave the house. This guy was in a whole other country, living La Vida Loca. In those 7 years, he was able to go out there and also enjoy other women, which obviously you're caught by, you know what I mean, to go and do other things. The fact that he allowed a woman in the States to control him whilst he was in his own country is wild to me. But either way, though, he's a grown-ass man who had a choice to walk away. He didn't. Just like Angela's a grown-ass woman who tries to walk away, but she didn't. Both of these two are just as bad as each other, but Angela's obviously far worse. But when it comes to the conversation about why didn't they both leave, listen, they're both as bad as each other in that conversation. You ain't telling me otherwise. But that's just my own humble opinion, you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying your opinion is wrong, just saying this is my opinion on the matter. By law in the USA, if you can't afford a lawyer, you get a legal aid, aka the state will assign you a lawyer for free. Obviously, it's not the same as a private lawyer, but you get a lawyer. Well, there you go, Jessica. There you go. Where there's a will, there's a way. And let's be real. If he was to get a free lawyer, he would still win this case. it is very hard for him to lose his case because the evidence of Angela's abuse to him is everywhere. It is everywhere. Okay? When you apply for a job now, they will check your social media to see if you've done anything stupid before giving you the job. So therefore, anything that you have done on social media will also be used in court. I can only imagine. Do you see what I'm saying? Come on now, man. The guy doesn't need our money to survive this. He doesn't need it one bit. You know what I mean? Come on now, let's be real. But that's just my opinion. I'm not going to say it's facts. Angela was and is a monster. She's extremely cruel to Michael. Even if it is not an angel himself, he did not deserve the treatment he received from her. Facts. I agree with that. The treatment that she gave to him is absolutely disgusting and grotesque. She needs to go check herself. Let's have a look here. Support Michael. She's raised by 13.4K. That's crazy. I personally told him to find an attorney that will do pro bono. I think he's worried about time right now. What do you mean? Like, he's in America. Like, he doesn't have to worry about time. Like, what's he worried for? That makes sense. I wonder if the GoFundMe was just to pay off Angela. I mean, that's still people's money, though, isn't it? Imagine that. Imagine asking people to give you money to annoy Angela. That's crazy. That's crazy. Come on now, man. That's not healthy. You know what I'm saying? Civil or family law is different, but there are legal clinics at law schools and other community groups at scale. Okay. I'm surprised that no attorneys have offered to represent Michael pro bono for the publicity they would get. That is a very good point. But here's the thing though. How do we not know that hasn't happened? That may have happened. We just don't know about it. They were using each other, in my opinion. Listen, Miss Sweet Tooth, I'm with you. Whoever gave him money are suckers. I agree, personally. Like, share, like, and subscribe. Come on, Lord. Let them know. Share the stream right now. Like it. Subscribe if you're new. Come on now. Angela used all the money for the car with the dirty window surgery, cigarettes, and gold necklaces. She has no money to give. And that's another thing. I don't know where Angela's got money to even file for an annulment, to be honest with you. Where's she get her money at? She must have got a loan. I swear. She probably got a loan, to be honest with you. I think the GoFundMe is just for him to live wherever he's living now, but legal problems sound better on GoFundMe. I'm telling you, I'm with that. Because we know that earning money right now isn't something that he can necessarily do. So I wouldn't be surprised if he just wants money just for the sake of living in America. You know what I'm saying? I guess you can respect the hustle if you want to respect the hustle. You know what I'm saying? It's up to you. So it is Saber. We are all not fans of GoFundMe. Michael is going to get people to give him 25K. 100%. I agree. I know. It is what it is. Whether we are a fan of GoFundMe or not, Michael's still getting the money, and it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? But hey, we are still able to give our own opinions, right? Come on now. She needs help. She has all those children in her home and acts like a maniac. Exactly. It absolutely enraged her when people show support for him. The GoFundMe could have been a jar to show her. That's a fair point. That is a very fair point. Right. Let's get into the next question. The next question is something particular that I asked is, can you get an annulment for a spouse that does not live in Georgia? Which, technically speaking, that was already answered in the first one, but I think at the time I kind of forgot it, so I searched it again. But I will read the summary stuff in particular just to confirm. Yes, you can seek an annulment in Georgia even if your spouse does not live in the state. However, certain conditions must be met for the Georgia courts to have jurisdiction over your annulment case. The other reason why I asked this question is because Angela says that she does not know the whereabouts of Michael currently in the United States of America, which means he may not actually be in the state of Georgia. And that was another reason why I asked that too. You know what I mean? Because of course, she said that she was unable to serve him the papers, so therefore she had to serve his papers publicly because she doesn't know his whereabouts. But at least that confirms that situation itself in particular. Now, let's move on to the next one itself in particular. Can you get an annulment despite abusing your partner or your spouse in Georgia? Now, this is where it gets gritty. Gritty. In Georgia, the ability to obtain an annulment is determined by whether you meet specific legal grounds for annulment, regardless of whether one spouse has abused the other. However, it's important to understand the implications of abuse within the context of seeking an annulment. Grounds for annulment in Georgia. To obtain an annulment in Georgia, you must demonstrate that your marriage was invalid from the start. Common grounds for annulment include fraud or misrepresentation. Well, these are pretty much the same ones that we spoke about at the beginning of the video. So that doesn't change, okay? So that is pretty much the same. So now, abuse itself is not grounds for annulment. Abuse itself is not a ground for annulment. However, if the abuse was tied to fraud, duress, or coercion then that occurred at the time of marriage, it may be relevant. Impact of abuse on annulment, legal standing. Even if abuse occurred during the marriage, it does not disqualify the abusive spouse from seeking annulment, provided they establish one of the legal grounds mentioned above. Also, moral and ethical conditions. The court may view the abusive spouse actions unfavorably, but it does not directly affect the legal determination of whether the marriage was valid from the beginning. Okay, now bear this in mind, ladies and gentlemen, everything that we are talking about right here, okay, is literally just getting information that may or may not be correct, okay, because obviously this is from ChatGPT, so bear that in mind. So anyone watching this video right now, I don't want to be sitting here saying, oh, this guy is telling us this, and that. Listen, I'm not saying none of this stuff is factual. I'm saying that I did some research and this is what I found, and it is entirely up to everybody whether or not they decide this information is legit or not, okay? Now, with that being said, let's carry on, because it also does say alternative legal actions. Divorce is an okay, right? Is an annulment. If an annulment is not possible, a divorce is typically the alternative. Unlike annulment, divorce acknowledges the marriage but legally dissolves it. Now, that is something that we're going to speak about a bit later on, because I asked another question regarding divorce, okay? And he gave me the answer why I believe Angela's gone for annulment rather than divorce. Now, let's go into the comments before I continue. All right, let's see what you guys have been saying. I really, really love your energy right now in the comments, because you guys are staying active, you know what I mean, which is absolutely phenomenal. Give me more to read, but hey, I may miss a few, but it is what it is. Right, Mad, I like what you said on your last video about this matter. We're all going through situations. We don't create GoFundMe. We all have to figure things out on our own. Exactly. That's how we were raised. You know what I mean? Like, anyone that has come from a family where your parents are struggling, you was raised looking at them struggling, but finding finding out ways. Those are the role models that we had. You know what I'm saying? Okay. You know, it may not have been nice to watch, but it made us understand that in life, sometimes you got to go through what you got to go through to make it work. You know what I'm saying? Legally. I don't want to hear none of you going on the streets and doing something you shouldn't be doing, okay, to earn some money. Do it legally. Right, now with that being said, oh my God, I cannot stand Angela when she's asking to go away from her house. Her country, like all the immigrants, are living in the United States of Angela Dean. Get a job, Michael. I don't know if you can get a job just now, to be fair, but yeah, in the future, yes. But I will say this though, and I'm going to say this. Technically speaking, he may not be in a position where he can get work currently in the USA, but it does not mean that he's unable to get money. Think about it. If I was to move to the States right now, okay, without no work visa, I would still be able to do my YouTube and still be able to earn some form of an income. Do you understand? We live in a world now where we can pick up a phone and we can figure something out to earn money. Listen, you can literally set up an Amazon account, okay, and sell products that you want that you think are going to sell, and they will bring you money. You cannot be stopped from earning money from your own work. Do you see what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure a work permit only means that you can't apply for a job to work for someone. It cannot stop you from working from yourself. Do you see what I'm saying? If Michael had a business in Nigeria that was still thriving, he could still be earning money from that, no matter where he was. So there's always a possibility of making money. You know what I'm saying? Come on now. Too many people, too many excuses in this world. I'm sick and tired of it. Time for Paradise Work Group, Michael. Whoever wants to give money will do so. If you don't want him to give, don't. No, absolutely, absolutely. The detective couldn't catch him out. Without Michael's old laptop and burner phone. The corporate would. I agree. Every time she yells I'm an American, I feel violated. I can only imagine how people really feel when Angela says, I'm an American. I'm an American, goddammit. This is my country, goddammit. Can he drive an Uber? I don't know. I will say this though. I had a friend who moved from Europe to the States, and he was able to work for Amazon. He was working for Amazon because Amazon is a self-employed job, you see. Well, in the UK, I know it's a self-employed job where you have to do your own taxes. I know in America, you guys have to do your own taxes anyway, regardless. But I know he was working for Amazon when he went to America straight off the bat. I don't know the ins and outs of how he made it work, but I knew he could do it. And he was working like the moment he got there. You know, within the first month. That's all I want to say to that one. cash jobs. Yes, cash jobs are available 100%. She's stuck on the scam one, but she has no proof. Michael has an excellent case for a U visa with international televised video proof. Exactly. She thinks by doing an annulment she can avoid, or she can send Michael home. But nah, dearest Angela, no, she can't. An annulment would not send Michael home. That wouldn't make a difference. He would still be able to stay in America, from my researchers, I believe. But we will get into that too. Okay, let's have a look here. Angela is a low-caste and nasty poor representative of American. Absolutely. I am sure Michael is working even though he is not supposed to. One thing for sure, Nigerians are not lazy. That is very true. That's exactly why I'm seeking the annulment and not divorce. There we go. Wait. So you're seeking an annulment. Are you? Okay. I hope it goes well for you. Oh, hey. I hope you're not doing no Angela stuff, just me, okay? Hey. I'm watching you. All right. Okay. Now let me get into a few more things here. All right. That we also have discovered regarding. So this was the previous question was the annulment. That's it. So obviously we've discovered that despite abuse, Angela can still file annulment. Despite her being the abuser, she still has the grounds to file for annulment. So that absolutely sucks. I wasn't expecting that when I asked that question personally, but yeah, it absolutely does suck. It does say here that criminal charges, abuse can lead to criminal charges against the abusive spouse separate from any annulment or divorce proceedings, which obviously we know that hasn't necessarily happened per se because Angela does not have any charges on her of abuse, which is kind of annoying because if Mike had done that, then that would have helped him. You know what I mean? Now, it does say that in summary, while abuse does not automatically disqualify someone from seeking annulment in Georgia, it does not serve as a grounds for annulment either. The focus will be on whether the legal grounds for annulment are met with abuse potentially influencing the other legal aspects of the case. Now, let's get into the next question that I did ask. Does an annulment prevent you from being financially liable on an immigrant spouse? Now that is the question right there. An annulment can affect financial liability toward an immigrant spouse, but it depends on several factors, including the type of financial obligations involved and the specifics of an annulment. Here's how it generally works. Impact on financial obligations. Spousal support, alimony. If a marriage is annulled, it is treated as though as if it never legally existed. As a result, the court generally does not order spousal support in annulment cases, as there is no valid marriage to support a claim, such a claim. Division of property. Since an annulment marriage is considered void, the usual rules for dividing marital property in a divorce do not apply. However, courts may still divide assets or debts to prevent an unjust enrichment to address specific financial situations that arose during the relationship. Okay, so why is Angela going for an annulment rather than a divorce? She's going for an annulment because an annulment would mean, hold on a minute. Hold on a minute. Right, okay, cool. Right, okay, cool. Let me get into the next one. So this is the next one. I then ask, does a divorce stop you from being liable for an immigrant spouse? A divorce does not automatically relieve you of financial liability for immigrant spouse if you sign an affidavit to support from blah, blah, blah. So Angela knows that even if she divorces him, she will still be financially liable for him for the next 10 years or however long it is. But if she gets an annulment, she will no longer be financially responsible for him. At least that's what I took from this information. Don't take it as facts. It's literally what I took from this information here. If you have taken something completely different, please do let me know. But that is what I took from it because I thought to myself, hold on a minute, what the hell is the difference between an annulment and a divorce? How does that make a difference to Angela? Because annulment won't necessarily get him removed from the country. He'll still be a citizen of America regardless, you know? And a divorce will still allow him to be a citizen of America as well. The annulment clearly removes records of them ever being together. So therefore, when it comes to Angela being liable for Michael now, she won't be. That's why I believe she's going for it. I think what she's trying to do is trying to get ahead of the game. In case this man tries to do anything financially, she's trying to get ahead of the game, and that's why she's trying to get past this whole situation with Michael and the annulment. You see what I'm saying, okay? And also on top of that, Because look at it this way, even if Michael was to file for abuse and still automatically get the green card, she would still be liable for him. So I think that annulment is a move she's doing over the divorce because it benefits her more than a divorce. That is my opinion based on my research. But let me see what you folks had to say in the comment section, and then obviously we'll close down. Now, it says here that we all saw what happened with Mohammed and Danielle. She tried to give a note for the court, and the judge threw out the annulment. So I don't think Angela has a leg to stand on. Listen, we all know Angela doesn't have a leg to stand on. That's why I still say that this whole GoFundMe money thing is absolutely bonkers to me. He doesn't need it, in my opinion. Someone asked, why would he stay in America? Do you know the conditions of Nigeria? The economy is so bad. They are rioting. I know I'm right in the middle from US and moved here a year ago. Okay, fair enough, Bethany. I hope you're okay though. Okay, obviously you moved from US to Nigeria a year ago now, but I hope everything is okay for yourself and your partner. Okay. Michael did say he saved money as well. Yeah, he did say that. He's on Cameo, so he's earning money from that too. And also on top of it, he earns money from Cameo. He also earns money from TikTok, my understanding. Okay, so he's earning money from Cameo and TikTok. Just remember that. I'm not saying he's earning tons of money, but you know, it's something, right? I had to laugh. Angela was on her live with her minions, and one of the minions' husbands shut it down. Yes, I saw that. He should go after her and lock her up and get an order of protection. He was dumb. Listen, Michael's not the brightest person in the room. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he's I hate to say it, as an African myself, he's a typical African person. When something isn't going right, you think, oh, how's money going to save me? I mean, I don't think that anymore. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's another reason why I'm also against the whole GoFundMe, because I know the African mind, and I also definitely, despite the fact that I'm not Nigerian, I know a lot of Nigerians and I know how they work. You know what I'm saying? That's another reason why this whole money thing, yeah, I do question a whole lot. But hey, it is what it is. Michael needs to file for divorce. He annulment goes through. Yes, Michael should definitely try and file for divorce, but I think Angela has the papers. I don't know. Hold on a minute. Can you file for divorce without your marriage papers? I'm just thinking, because Angela would have a hold of all the marriage papers, but it says that yes, you can file for divorce without having the original marriage certificate or marriage papers, but you may need to take additional steps to provide proof of your marriage, and here's how you can proceed. So okay, so it's a possibility. It's something that can be done. All right, cool. So Michael should maybe try and file for divorce. I don't know if he can, like in this current situation, but hey. But that will cost money. Everything costs money. What doesn't cost money? You know what I'm saying? I hope Michael sues Angela, TLC, and everyone who allowed this horrible behavior to be endured and filmed as entertainment. It was pure. You see, here's the thing though. I'm mixed behind that though. I don't know if Michael really... Okay, let's look at it this way, right? And Michael knew every season that he was on 90 Day Fiancé, every single season he appeared on 90 Day Fiancé, right? He knew that they were filming these things. He knew that they were, going to put this stuff on TV, but he still allowed it unless, and this is where it could be very, very, very different, okay? Unless Angela said to him that we are going to be, unless Angela forced him to continue to keep coming back on the show. If that was the case, then 100% he needs to sue Angela, okay? I wouldn't go as far as saying TLC Shop Entertainment per se, purely because they give you an option to be on TV. You don't have to be on TV, okay? You don't have to, even if you're under a contract for 3 years, you don't have to accept to be filmed. I know this because customers have told me about how they refuse to come back for certain seasons despite being under contract, and how other customers have also told me how they've also walked off mid-season whilst being filmed because they don't like the way things were going down. So that's why obviously trying to sue them is gonna be pointless. And also the contract itself in particular, they give you Sharp Entertainment, that contract is like ironclad. It's solid. He wouldn't get anywhere. His best chance would be to sue Angela and say that this woman forced me to continue to keep going back on this TV show even though I did not want to be on the show. That's the only grounds that I feel like he could go for and potentially, have something on. But going after Sharp, it's pointless. He won't get nowhere. The contract is too solid. Too solid. There's been smarter cast members, okay, who have tried to think of ways to get around that contract, so therefore they can sue, or to try and outsmart TLC, but it's not possible. I mean, unless you are a lawyer yourself and you know, like, I understand, like, you know some loopholes and you want to pay, you know what I mean? Unless you want to pay like a top, you know what I mean, type lawyer, yes, it's pointless. It's gonna be a waste of money and a waste of breath. Maddie, you are not being very fair to Michael. Oh my god, why am I not being fair to Michael? Why? Is it because I'm not a simp frame? Like, why not? Listen, I keep it simple, I keep it a buck, okay? I keep it simple, and at the end of the day, I'm gonna play devil's advocate on both sides. I am never gonna ignore that Michael still chose to be in his relationship. He's a grown man. This man is literally, what, 35, 36, whatever, however old he is, okay? He actively chose to stay in his relationship with this woman, and you cannot tell me that this man living in a whole other country couldn't leave a woman living in a whole other country. Come on, man. Come on. Let's be realistic. If this situation was happening to you, right, and it was close to home to someone that you knew, you'd be acting differently. Tell me otherwise. Come on now. I'm just being fair. At least I think I am anyway. I'm throwing Angela under the bus as much as Michael, but Angela obviously gets it far worse because obviously she is far worse. The woman is grotesque. The woman is. I don't even want to say it no more. Ugh, disgusting. An annulment means an annulment means it would be as if they were never married. Correct. Yes, that's what it means. Yes. If they were never married, he wouldn't be able to be here. Correct or no? No, not necessarily. That doesn't affect him. No, that doesn't affect him. Even if the annulment says that they were never married, it doesn't actually affect Michael. But let me double check that though. Okay, let me double check that. Hold on a minute. If you get an annulment, what question should I ask here? If you get an annulment, and you don't have a green card, will you be deported? That question doesn't even make sense, to be fair. If you get no. If you lose an annulment, let's see what's going on. Let's see. Losing an annulment, yeah, there we go. Losing an annulment does not automatically result in deportation for someone who has a green. No. Oh no. Wait, no. Doesn't have a green card. Shit. Shiza. Hold on a minute. Someone who does. Wait. If you lose an annulment and you don't have a green card, will you be deported? My bad. Wrong question. If you lose them and you do not have a green card, whether you face deportation depends on several factors, particularly your current immigration status and the specific circumstance of your case. Current immigration status, visa status. If you are in the US on a temporary visa, AI tourist, work, student or work visa, and your status is still valid, losing an annulment would not you lose an annulment case would not automatically lead to deportation. However, your ability to stay in the US would be tied to your visa conditions. Pending green card applications. If your green card application is pending based on marriage in question, losing an annulment could jeopardize your application. If the annulment is granted, meaning the marriage is considered void, your application could be denied as there will be no marriage. Oh, jeez. Okay. We're opening up a whole touch. Okay. This changes everything. Every little thing. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Don't worry about a thing. It's gonna be. It's not gonna be alright. Okay, that's peak. Okay, that changes everything. That is a very good question. 90 Sims of Reality. I don't know if you're still here, but you better pop up again. Okay, because you asked a very good question there. Goddamn. So yes, if Michael's green card is still pending, he may, it looks like, the chances of him being deported are likely. That is crazy. Impact of annulment on immigration, fraud concerns. If an annulment is granted and there are findings of allegations that marriage was fraudulent, entered into solely for immigration purposes, this could lead to the removal proceedings, deportation. Immigration authorities may view the marriage as a sham, which is grounds for deportation. No valid marriage. If the marriage is annulled and you do not have another basis of lawful immigration status in the US, you may be considered out of status, which could, oh my goodness gracious me, deportation risk out of status. Oh, listen, it says it here, doesn't it? Let me go to the summary. In summary, if you lose an annulment case and you do not have a green card, the risk of deportation depends on your current immigration status and the specifics of the case. Without a valid marriage or another legal basis for staying in the US, you could be at risk of being considered out of status and subject of deportation. Legal advice essential is in this situation. Goddamn. Oh boy, he better extend that GoFundMe to like 50K. He's gonna need that money. I know it's not funny, but it's funny. Oh damn! It's not funny that this is gonna potentially happen to Michael. It's more like, oh my god, why didn't I think of this? That's why I'm laughing. Like, what the hell is going on here? Right? How can this be annulled? What about the marriage in Nigeria? It doesn't make a difference. It doesn't make a difference. We've covered that already, and it doesn't make a difference. Listen, yes, I understand why he may need help, but it doesn't mean that I still agree with the GoFundMe. You know what I'm saying? Like, listen, like I said before, you have to understand, right? My whole view on GoFundMe is just a projection of my own beliefs, okay? Of just the fact that I've come from a life where, you know, I was around people, where it was family, friends, and even myself in particular, where we had to find ways, you know, to be able to survive in this world, right? Without the help of a GoFundMe account. And in today's world, it is easier in today's world to earn money than what it was 20, 30, 40, 50 years ago. Because now we have the internet where we can earn money like that. Do you see what I'm saying? And if people could do it back then, right? Come on now. You know what I'm saying? Think about it. That's why Michael needs to get a divorce ASAP. I don't know if it's a possible. Hold on a minute. Last question, because I need a bounce. To be fair, I had a time limit on myself. Okay. Can you apply for a divorce whilst going through an annulment? I don't know if that's even the right question, to be honest with you. I really have no idea. Yes, you can apply for a divorce while going for an annulment, but you generally cannot pursue both legal actions to conclusion simultaneously at the same marriage. Here are some, so you can, but it's not. That's going to be a bit shifty. Yeah, I'm just gonna wait for the summary because it's going to be kind of So you can, but yeah. I'm glad to see you're still here. 90 Sims of reality. In summary, while you file for both an annulment and a divorce as part of your legal strategy, you will ultimately pursue one outcome. If the annulment is denied, you can move forward with the divorce, consulting with an attorney. Obviously, this is based on the same person doing it, but I can imagine that it doesn't matter whether it's the same person or if it's one of these and the other one, because there can still be a clash regardless. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's a possibility, but I think at this stage, Michael will probably have to just give it a try regardless. Just wing it. You know what I mean? Wish for the best. F it. Let's just see what happens. What happens if they can't contact him for an annulment within 60 days? Ooh. Oh, damn. What happens if you cannot contact... Wait, what happens if you cannot contact your spouse for an annulment? If your spouse cannot be contacted or does not respond within 60 days or the time frame set by the court after being served an annulment petition, the court may allow you to proceed the annulment under specific conditions. Okay, so yeah, so you can still go through it regardless. But if you haven't got a green card, that's a bit of a sticky one. Yeah, Michael's gonna have to do it regardless. You know what I'm saying? Ooh, it's not looking good. It's not looking good. After 90 Day Fiancé, next will be 60 days annulment. Oh, imagine they did that. Imagine TLC like, ooh, 60 days of annulment? Ooh, what a good idea. Let's do a season of that. Let's see how that goes. So now all we gotta do is find people in the US who are going through annulments right now. That would be crazy. That would be crazy. We've gone down the rabbit hole. I'm telling you, just me. We've gone down the rabbit hole. Oh my goodness gracious me. That would be hilarious though. I'd watch that. It would be toxic as hell. Probably headache triggering too. That would be a headache triggering. Wow. No one could complain about them, you know, exploiting things, because the people who are going to go for annulment, you know, their relationship has been bad. You know, it's been really, really, really bad. You know, and people don't do annulments for light reasons. Let's keep that a buck. You know what I'm saying? But with that being said, has for Angela claiming that she was playing the role for the show, there were many private videos around her yelling and physically attacking people in public. Yes, there is, absolutely. Now, with that being said, though, it has been an absolute pleasure having all you folks here, but I now need to bounce, okay? You know what I'm saying, okay? I got things to do, you know what I mean? But the live has been absolutely phenomenal. Every single person that's been in this chat, you have been absolutely amazing. Now, I will say this, I will be back with another live stream, okay, on Sunday, where I will be doing another watch party to 90 Day Fiancé Tell-All Part 4. We did one this week for Part 3, and it was absolutely amazing, absolutely awesome, even though I was completely... What? I don't mind, you know what I mean? I do it for all your folks. So if you can be here, you know, obviously when it airs, so obviously when the show is airing, we'll be here for the watch party, okay? If you want to be here for that, please be here for that, you know what I mean? And we can obviously have a good time. But nonetheless, though, thank you so much, and catch you guys in my next uploads within the next few days, if you dig what I'm saying. We are done and we are out. Peace.